Here's some fresh perspective for you. Feel free to take notes. Wisdom from the great beyond. I'm here to hold up a mirror. If you don't like what's reflected back to you, you do have the power to change it. It's your choice to ignore my warnings. I will not tame my spirit or how she roars. I will manage my show and exercise like the functioning adult I create myself to be. I can do this. It's what I've been wanting to do anyway, is get stronger and publish my show. And here I am. I'm going to start off. There was a video I saw, and it was a guy talking about 3 ways to help rewire your brain. He said, brush your teeth with your left hand. Tell yourself I love you 10 times in the mirror. Take exaggerated breaths 3 times daily, 25 times. Like, and then somebody commented, and this stuck out to me because religious people always have some evil spin on things. And then the comment was, we Muslims have this info from our prophets. Don't do this witchcraft. Yeah, I'm sure this is the witchcraft. Most of the negative energy resides in washrooms. Using left hand for eating and touching your face or mouth is wrong. Never talk to mirrors. This is another side of opening or view from a parallel world of negative energy. No. It's an open invitation to negative energy. For a few days, it may change your life, but after some time, it will capture your body as a vessel to live inside you. Stay away from shortcuts to success. Stay healthy. My fresh perspective. First of all, this is false. I'm still shocked people believe this nonsense. Because I know it's not really just him saying it. I know like I said, it's just many observations, not just one. I'm still shocked people believe this nonsense. They are following a false prophet with no sense of internal compass. Religion teaches fear avoidance. That's exactly what this guy proves. Avoid this. It's negative energy. You know why they say mirrors are portals? It really is a portal into your own soul. Religion teaches blind trust. Know why religion teaches mirrors are bad? If you start reflecting back into yourself and take control of your thinking, then you'll see their lies. So they teach you fear by claiming it's evil. Everything's evil. Negative energy is just lies surrounding you, clogging your spirit. It's not the mirror or washrooms. It's your jaded sense inside. It'll feel like you're being haunted. You'll blame the devil. Please take your accountability. It's the lies within that you're avoiding that make you feel haunted. Prove me wrong. Take a look within. Is every thought you have deflecting or avoiding things, or hateful, or some sort of judgment? A true higher power empowers you. It doesn't bring you fear. Higher power comes as a warning, not punishment. Yes, people can pray. People can pray on your downfall. Yet if you're actually growing and moving intentionally, nothing can touch you. Doing your best to cherish life in general, you'll stay blessed. And just treat people with respect and live in transparency. Watch your temper. Control thy tongue. If the higher power didn't want us using our left hand, we wouldn't have two able hands. You know what's really evil? Claiming to be a prophet while dividing to conquer a group of people. And then telling them these outlandish things and creating these figments of imagination. It's good to have imagination, but to actually be delusional to the point where you ignore reality or you refute any other angle than your own without careful analysis, then I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, you know what's really evil? Claiming to be a prophet while dividing to conquer a group of people. Our spirits are trapped in the cycles and web of lies established before us. Believing we must vote to save our home. Believing we must profit from resources provided free is the evil religion speaks of. Money was created to steal wealth, nothing more. The rich really are thieves and greedy hoarders. Earth is meant for all life, not just humans. And it feels good, amazing saying the truth out loud. Again, you can label me whatever you want that makes you feel more comfortable living in your limited perspective. It's completely on you. Moving on. So, this guy called himself, he was breaking down and reading some birth charts. You have a life path number. I didn't really understand some of it because I try to read into stuff that's, spiritual and stuff, but some of it I just can't connect to. And I just feel like it's my spirit telling me it's not necessary. It's just, you need to do this. You need to empower your mind. You need to rewire, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Grow your critical thinking skills and more. Anyway, so he's breaking down these birth charts, and I just got to laughing because I just feel like people use this stuff to, it's pretty general. The things that I'm finding, it could fit a lot of people. I just feel like we all have different parts of us that are, strong and have, these different things. Like I said, I feel like everything can apply to pretty much anyone because we all have endless capabilities. It's whether how far you're tapped into yourself to discover them. And so I just feel like this stuff, and like they talk about the houses, like if your Taurus is in, I don't know exactly how to do it, but it's like these different houses, and if it lands in if it's in this house, it's for money, fame, possessions, and then like it's just a lot of, like I said, just it's some stuff. If you read what the houses stand for, it seems legit, and then it's like you see the greed hidden in there. Because really, technically, money is not supposed to exist, whether people want to believe it or not. But since it does, there's better ways to go about cycling around these resources on Earth. Since you have to have, since they feel like they have to have money. But it's not, like I said before, money was created to steal wealth. Period. Should have some sort of bartering system. Like I said, your labor is your contribution to society. Anyway, astrology has nothing to do with attracting money, possessions, and fame. What's the fame for? I'm so tickled on the video I just watched about breaking down the charts. So funny. A true higher power doesn't care about money, nor do they believe money should exist. And I'm so serious. Like, this is not something I'm just pulling out of my ass. Like, these are things I'm being pushed to feel, think, and just be. Because money, like I said, I've always funded my mission with my own money that I've earned. That's why a lot of my life was kind of slow too. Because I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing to fuel the mission. But I was doing it the wrong way. I should have just saved it all. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What happened, happened. I was doing what I felt I was called to do. Because I knew it would come back around. Anyway. Since it does, they do want the money to be made in a more sustainable way so everyone has what they need. There's enough to go around. So this greedy stuff is poisoning and plaguing the minds of humans. Please miss me with phrases like chasing a bag, abundance. Abundance for what? Just curious, for yourself, or businesses that are capitalizing on destruction and exploitation is not correct. Look what excessive desire has done to Earth. Anyway, the guy in the video, he was talking about her, how her love life is full of drama due to her past life. No. Where was I at? I feel like you get your strength from your past life. I mean, you don't, no. I just don't feel like it works that way. You get a no. Anyway, the guy in the video said her love life is full of drama due to her past life. Please take accountability and stop this foolery. I believe we do reincarnate. We live past lives, and we can be reborn. Just not the way it's used right now. Only way to unlock power of wisdom is by educating yourself on human development The nervous system does determine thoughts, language, etc. If you believe in astrology charts and the houses, then you're easily manipulated, believing planets have any effect on your emotions. No, it's your nervous system and your mind and how everything is connecting and functioning. You have to check that first. And how do you know if you don't self-reflect and don't sit with yourself? If you're constantly on the next best thing, what do you think that is? That is your ego. Your ego. We have two systems. We have an ecosystem, and right now what's going on is the ego system, where everyone is chasing their ego. Majority of the masses are chasing their ego. Thinking the fancy cars and materialistic lifestyle and the fancy big homes, owning all this land and not doing anything with it is preposterous. We gotta start clearing this stuff out. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Go figure. If you believe in astrology charts and houses, then you're easily manipulated. And to honestly believe the planets have any the planets do not have any effect on your emotions. Manifesting greed is the real witchcraft. Anyone manifesting money to obtain possessions is chasing evil underneath. You aren't following a true higher power. You're chasing your ego. Higher forces don't believe in a materialistic lifestyle. Humans do. So quit using astrology as an excuse for your foolery. I'm legit shocked. People pay money for a chart reading versus looking within themselves, doing the work for ourselves and the betterment of our home planet. It's our responsibility to care for it and each other without profit. Your profit is a thriving farming nation, healthier ecosystem, making the punishment fit the crime, and more. No one gets turned down. We aren't supposed to have broke and homeless. There's too many resources for that. Designing our world to represent life instead of greed is a start. You want to find cures, study the planet, etc., because we are supposed to thrive as one. For example, treatment and healthcare. It should be free. Where do the resources come from to create everything? Oh yeah, Earth. Can't do anything without it first going through Earth in some form. The resources to run it, to transport it. Again, it's all from the ground, comes from the earth. So I'm just confused. And you can't convince me that things aren't supposed to be more affordable. Housing and things like that is a human right. Back to the chart. Here I go. A chart can't tell you what you seek from within. What you should be seeking from within. A higher power will call you from within. They won't do it from a chart made by humans. No. I think it's just used as a market to push and prey on emotions, just like tarot cards. For example, what's wrong with the medical care system? Real quick, while I brushed up on that, we might as well. Side note. So my daughter has to have some sort of her wisdom tooth is blocking one of her molars from coming in, so she has to have this surgery. I found out I have to pay $510 out of pocket. And I'm looking at the receipt, and for laughing gas, it's $250 for 15 minutes. So $750 is just for the... It is insane out here how working class, or, just, working class and people in the lower status, it's just really hard out here. And like one thing can set you back for months because you have to save up for that. And it's just, like I said, ridiculous. Like, I'm not just saying it because I'm here. I wouldn't know the pits, like I call them the pits of hell. I wouldn't know the pits of hell exist if I didn't experience them myself. So it's like, I feel like I'm being kind of molded into, helping correct what is broken with this systems, because it's not right at all. Anyway, it is crazy. I couldn't believe it. 15 minutes, $215. Anyway, our nervous system shapes who we become, not any retrograde. We are tied to our own emotions. We have all the power within us, not the planets. We have all the power within us, not the planets. Humans aren't connected to any planet. Take a look, except for ours. We technically are connected to our planet because we're life. Take a look at what y'all did to Earth. You really think that we would be... Just really think about that. Moving on. I was on a post. I don't remember exactly what the post was, what the post said, but I always go to the comments, and somebody must have been complaining about something. I can't remember what the post was, about construction or something, and the comment was, go back where you came from. We obviously know what that means. It's so annoying. That's very odd, since this is what I said. That's very odd, since we all come from the same place. You're obviously clueless that this land was stolen and claimed by man, so everyone is an immigrant, technically. The country shouldn't exist, the boundaries and all that. No, we're not, no. Stop lying, saying this land was made for you and me, and then you do what you do to it. No, not. Americans don't own anything, contrary to your delusions. Stop saying that to people. Deport yourself somewhere else. There was a post. It said the first black woman to become a pilot for the U.S. Air Force retired. She became the first U.S. pilot. First black woman to become a pilot for U.S. Air Force 34 years ago. She made the news because she's retiring. Sounds cool, everybody loved it, sounds great, but it's actually truly sad that this is such a big deal. And it's only because 34 years ago was not that long ago. Honestly, the U.S. military should be ashamed of themselves. 34 years ago, you let the first... Like, come on. I just don't understand. I don't understand this whole skin thing. I don't understand why it is an obsession, why everybody is so focused on it. Like I said, the U.S. Air Force should be, just the military in general, should be ashamed of themselves. They go through all that hardcore training to become tough, yet can't be in the room as someone of different skin. Yet we are probably considered as weak to them. I find it hilarious. Racists prepare for war, yet would freak out at the sight of different skin. Very dramatic, wouldn't you say? I'm truly disgusted it took that long for anyone who isn't white to be considered for that position. 34 years really isn't that long ago. I'm almost positive racists are in power right now who still control who goes where by skin. If skin truly doesn't matter, there wouldn't be so much celebration about being a first anything. It's 2024. It's ridiculous. Move over, racists. Diversity is in. One skin color is out. Go create a master race somewhere else. How can anyone have the courage to admit America was ever great when 35 years ago they wouldn't let different skin mix together? Who can forget the cruelty and act like it's not still happening today? People are still fighting for humanity in 2024. People can suit up for war, yet won't shake another's hand who doesn't look like them. Get real. Grow up. Older generations love calling us soft, yet they threw a tantrum if they had to share with different skin. It's actually hilarious. White people were threatened by different skin so bad they created segregation. If I lived back then, they would have burned me alive because I would have roasted them so bad. I thought only children don't like to share. Y'all really made it so you didn't even go to school with them either. What were they gonna do? How unnecessary and pathetic. Really sit back to think how ridiculous racism is. White men in power should know diversity is coming. The solid walls they use for protection are coming down. Believe that. Higher power created me with this skin so I could end white privilege for good. Can march against them in their own skin. If you don't believe white privilege exists, then why is the first black pilot retiring after 34 years? Who's been running things since the beginning of America? Yeah, that's what I thought. It took y'all how long to stop slavery? Yeah, I'm not going to let you forget when you want to pretend it's still not happening today. We are just financial slaves now. I saw an article. A woman makes history as first ever black female captain in St. Paul, Minnesota Fire Department history. It's 2024. Get over it. Just I don't it's a great thing. Like I said, I'm just confused. Why is it taking so long? It's weird. It's like they just want to slowly let him in just so they can make things look good. I don't know. It's just weird. mad weird. The caption said, an unprecedented in 169 years. Took y'all 169 years. Stop it. Stop it. What the fuck? This is absolutely ridiculous. It's like a freaking war. A bunch of men, a bunch of children running around here who have inner child wounds that need some serious healing. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's 2024 and this happened. America needs to stand up to this foolishness. How is it possible to respect the older generations who are racist? It took y'all from 1776 till now to allow different skin be higher up in your false hierarchy of superiority. Honestly, it makes me physically sick. This isn't a priority to fix. Hate should be outlawed for real. I don't know why I allowed society to ever think for me before, when this is their history. I'm not trying to take away from the achievements of these women either. This kind of stuff is why I don't claim to be American or like to associate with skin. I'm not afraid to admit racism makes me physically sick. I believe they should be locked away since hate is being taught to keep war fueling. Please grow your mental brain, your brain. If you hate, you hold some hate in your heart for different skin. You need to grow your mental. Your brain your thinking process is tiny like an ant for sure. Not being funny, I'm serious. Individuals at the top of mountain privilege, I'm coming for you. Please believe that. Came across this video of this guy again. This time he was talking about, he's so funny. He was saying that if you're over 30 and you haven't found love of a partner or someone to reciprocate, with the plethora of choices out here, then you're a failure as a woman. I just had to laugh because I'm, over 30, like that. I fit the criteria, but it's not like I'm like triggered by it, but I just find it funny that society is so obsessed with passing out value and like, if it's not this, then you're nothing. Like, it just goes to show the American mentality is how screwed up it really is. And I'm thankful that I follow my own sense of self. First perspective. Yes, I can scroll past these things, yet my whole point is observing the false reality of society and offering new perspective. I do feel like I'm meant to point out this foolery. I wouldn't be drawn to it. I'm curious to know why humans feel they can hand out value to another. Obviously, he hasn't done the work within, or he'd be aware of how clueless he truly is. Who is he to place value on anyone? He's clearly led by his tiny perspective, fueled by ego. Human ego demands superiority, or he just hasn't faced his wounds. Someone who can't face themselves first will most likely hand out value to another. It's a classic case of following the masses. Someone who follows the masses can't comprehend the depth of true value. Don't let anyone with a limited mindset hand you any advice. People who do the work within themselves aren't moved by society's hierarchy. They move differently. People who are quick to condemn, you most likely grew up with harsh criticism and you weren't allowed to think for yourself. I'll pray for growth here. He must have not felt safe to just be as a child. If so, he wouldn't feel the need to place value based on a certain status. It's very limiting. Again, he's allowing society to think for him, or whatever, it's easy to do, but like I said, see something, say something, do something. It is a limited perspective. Society has a very limited perspective. That's, like, again, my point of pointing these out. I'm just tired of any arguments that support a false hierarchy, fueling this war on men versus women and status, the social status versus each other. I'm just like, just makes my head hurt. So I'm like, I just gotta like I said, discuss things that I want to on my show and rewrite things. It helps me rewire myself too. Because I was, like, once very limiting. Like I said, that's one of the main, reasons why I say the things I say, because it shows a limited, and again, a lot of things are tied to the way our nervous system is wired. But again, you have all the power within you. Stop avoiding things. You can't avoid things. Grown men and women have a beautiful sense of grace they move with. They just do. It's not going to be so. And I know a lot of people believe too, like, if a man's supposed to be a provider and he gets injured, will the woman still be by his side? And a lot of men probably think that they would leave, but I don't believe that's true love. True love is, I got you. I don't care if it takes 2-3 years, and it takes 2-3 years, but I'm here. But that's what I said. Anything can happen at any given second. You can't give up on each other. Like I said, once you decide that leaving is off the table, then that's why I said the harsh reality of society is really messed up. That's why I'm thankful that I am who I am, and I just hope that I just keep finding people who create their own mind. Anyway, just doing an emotions check. How are we doing with our reactions to circumstances? Just checking. Just so you know, our first initial reaction is typically the past revealing itself to you. That's why it's important to check your reactions. Practice the pause. Is your reaction to run away, shut down, or speak unfiltered? When I say unfiltered, I mean, have you opened your mind before your mouth? If you haven't been, then it means you aren't hearing yourself, so you feel the need to scream. Dissect those reactions. Watch my videos. Go find empowering messages. You'll know when you come across it. Grow your critical thinking skills. Here's 5 parts to critical thinking. Part 1, observation. The ability to notice, predict opportunities. Ability to notice and predict opportunities, problems, and solutions. Obviously, take a hint that it's plural, so that means more than one. 2, analysis. Gathering, understanding, and interpreting of data and other information. Inference. Drawing conclusions based on relevant data, information, personal knowledge, and experience. 4. Communication. Sharing and receiving information with others verbally and non-verbally in writing. 5. Problem solving. Process of gathering, analyzing, and communicating info to identify and troubleshooting solutions. Notice a lot of words are plural, meaning many. There isn't one view that will take you anywhere far. You must dig within to uncover them. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Just want to give you some signs of a healthy, functioning adult that has good instincts and critical thinking skills. 1. Belief in yourself, and you know your value. You don't let anyone place it upon you. Create your own mind, not society's, and you speak your mind. You experience self-love. You love yourself as you are right now. You can stand the sight of your own reflection. You are your main source of inspiration. You can sit with yourself. You validate your own journey. You create your peace on earth. You express gratitude more frequently. Your brain starts to look for gratitude, look for the positive things when you're in distress versus keeping you in the negative. That's a sign you're rewiring. You're comfortable in your own skin. You have a strong sense of faith. You trust your intuition. You praise your own existence. You check your emotional stability. Are you emotionally reactive? Follow your spirit and create. Make decisions based in self-energy. Do you have resilience to life's challenges? Healthy communication skills when triggered. Choosing to shine even after difficulty. I saw a video pop up, and it was a wolf that was running after a guy. I was kind of running after a guy on a bike, and the car was honking at it. And I love wolves. Anyway, so I was just scrolling through the comments, and I don't know what people were commenting about the wolf. I guess they were worried about the wolf. And I saw a comment that said, the comment said, "It's so crazy people care more about animals than humans." And I hear this a lot. And it's like, okay, here we go again with the superiority one. Just because fresh perspective. I guess caring about respecting this land means humans don't matter. Why can't it be both? Why are humans so self-serving? Why are humans obsessed with superiority and pity? If you want to get technical, then we sure can. Humans can speak for themselves. Animals are nonverbal, so we must listen differently. Be in tune within to hear them speak. Animals are why we are alive today. Start respecting this land. Make room for what's here, or suffer the wrath of forces within nature. It's your choice. If the ecosystem dies, humans die. If humans die, the ecosystem on this planet thrives by itself. Let that be a lesson to who the real monsters are in this equation. Moving on. Real quick. People should criticize billionaires dodging taxes like they do financial support for the poor. We aren't supposed to have poor cities when there's enough to go around. If you lack in something, there's supposed to be resources for it. There is supposed to be resources for it. So what's the problem? It's not their fault that they created a false system and you believe that you're supposed to be exploited. This entire planet is your home, not just where you live. So everything is our responsibility. It's supposed to be a balance, a natural balance. We aren't supposed to live for ourselves, just like the river doesn't drink itself. The trees aren't here to breathe for themselves. Get my point? The poor isn't your enemy. Corporations allowed to buy up resources and maximizing profits, creating billionaires, are our enemy in our home. What would the rich do if the poor stopped providing for them? What would the rich do if financial slavery ceased to exist? What would the rich do if they couldn't exploit us anymore? I wake up daily ready for capitalism to crumble. I don't come with an off switch. I just want to kind of end this with an empowerment post. I'm not trying to be negative, boo-hoo, poor, depression, Nancy. But I just, like I said, you can't get to the other side if you don't expose it and talk about it. Before I go, when it comes to the cup being half full or empty, simply means either way you can refill the cup. Fill your cup with whatever you choose. Just know what you fill it with will spill out. If we fill ourselves with joy, self-love, gratitude, words of empowerment, and resilience, that's what will spill out. And me personally, I do enjoy being fueled by my strength. Life will come along bumping your cup. It's easy to be peaceful when life hasn't rattled you. What do you want to spill out? What do you want to spill out during rough times? Do you want anger, bitterness, or resentment? If this happens, your past really is revealing itself to you. Allow your emotions to pass without judgment. See what it wants to say. Healing is about choosing healthy patterns. Again, what do you want to fill your cup with? So then if life comes to bump you along and rattle that nervous system, what's spilling out, you need to pay attention to. See where you're at on your journey. Do an emotions check with yourself. Just want to leave you with a little piece before I go, for real. Wild women carry a spark of life that's unmatched. We bleed freedom and seek awareness. We do leave pieces of us everywhere we go. I'll show you magic. And again, we're going to take this walk together and hope you enjoyed. And until next time.